No, I got you on this one, Coach. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The fanatic. Where we keep it 100, keep it real. That's the only way we know how to be. Talking that sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of South Carolina. Upstate, A64. Yeah. The FANATTIC. The fanatic where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call what I see. I love the fans like they part of my team. I love the fans like they part of my team. Come rock with me. We got it jumping like it's that valley. I call my dogs out the pound, let's go eat. Turn on the fanatic, let's have a debate. Who really hold down the southeast from state to state? What team hungry gon' eat everything up off they plate? Who the next one that's really gon' step up and be great? Yeah, the FANATTIC. The fanatic where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call what I see. I love the fans like they part of my team. Yeah, part of my team.
Welcome into the Fanatic Sports Channel for sports fans by sports fans. It's your boy Coach I with my dogs at.
You know what? What's up?
All right, we back for another episode of Inside the Locker Room, presented by the Tailgate Kings and the Johnson Development Group. Got all my fellas with me here. Let's see what they feeling like. E-Rob, how you feeling down there, man?
We still the champ. You know what I'm saying? I got my jersey on. We the best in the land. We still the champs. The champ is here. That's how I feel. The champ is here.
JV, how you feeling over there, man?
And you see my background. I'm still letting people know I'm still champion and bellowing the fact that we still champs. We gonna be the champs until the thing kick off, until somebody take it from us. Felt good about seeing my brothers at G-Day, man. Felt good just being in the atmosphere. Felt good seeing the dogs back in action. Okay. I can't wait, man. I'm ready to go for fall ball.
That's right, Dad. How you feeling down there, champ?
Man, just like the rest of the guys, man, you know, I'm gonna feel like this all year until the next kickoff come out. So, you know, I think anything else will be uncivilized once again. I'm happy to be here, man. Good to see the boys again, ready for another good show.
That's right. And off camera, we got our boy CA. What's going on, CA?
I'm still celebrating, man, just like everybody else. You know, I'm in the midst of it, though. I ain't slowed down yet. You know, I got plenty-ish to talk. I got another 300 days or so, or whatever the situation might be. So I'm excited, man. You know, I'm here to learn more than I'm here to tell, because I'll be honest with you. You know, I got faith in whatever they're doing in Athens, and I probably partake in the libations more than watching football, but I got a little bit to contribute.
That's right, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the Dogs spring ball, the players the Dogs losing who will be in this upcoming draft this Thursday, which should be a lot of people. Let's start with the spring ball. So you fellas is in Athens. What y'all think, man? I mean, I know we can't gather much from spring ball, because if you say the offense is looking good, then that means the defense might be looking bad, or vice versa. So what you take from spring ball, Thad?
The main thing that I took from it, once again, it's a spring. You can't take much from it, but I was very happy to see the progress of the quarterback. Is it not Vandergriff, but
Carson Beck.
I bet you can tell that he's had a few years in the system, in the program. He's starting to look more the part. The deep ball looked awesome. You know what I mean? So I was very happy to see his progress. I'm happy with that. So I'm always worried about the quarterback position. So I feel much more confident, at least in Beck showing up. Vandergriff, I still think he has a way to go. You know what I mean? But overall, it was a spring game. It wasn't a lot to take away from it. You know, just to give my boy a little AT double hockey stick, he made one or two, well, actually at least two passes once again, Stetson, that you just like, what are you doing? But that's expected. So that was nothing out of the ordinary. But other than that, you know, it was good to see a lot of new bodies out there flying around. A lot of new numbers. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, man, you know, this tight end room, man, God,
Listen,
Man,
you loving that. You loving that. I know.
listen.
it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for people to defend us, and no
It
matter what
is.
way you try to defend
Right.
us, you're gonna
Right.
be out. You're gonna be outmatched.
You're right.
No, it just seemed like, honestly, when you put it on paper, you're talking about how deep we are at tight end. Definitely got a case for best tight end room ever.
Oh, for sure.
Dog, I mean, this is ridiculous how good these dudes is, man. And then, you know, Del P out there, I know he's still learning the offense, but he looking like another Brock Bowers out there. You know what I mean? It's like, it just
Not quite as
Looks
explosive,
great.
but
yeah.
look good.
I don't think he as fast as Brock either, but he
look
trucked a couple of people on one of them crossing routes, looking Brock-esque. So I'm with you on the quarterback situation. At least we know if Stetson go down or have to come out. I think we feel a little bit better about Beck this year than we would have had he had to play last year for whatever reason. So since we got the tight ends up there on topic, let's go to our resident tight end, JV. Tell us how you feel, man. What you think? What you seen in spring ball, man?
Hey, man, I'm going to take a complete replay of everything that Thad said about the spring game and about the spring ball. I thought that the quarterbacks, namely Beck, looked really, really good. Really didn't understand, and I know he was going to play, but to me, Stetson played more than I thought we would have seen out of the number one quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, after 2 years, we all know we get out of him. So even though it's 2 bad throws, we know we get that out of him too. Okay. But at the end of the day, I thought that we would have got a little bit more run on some of the younger guys when the talent around them was a little bit better. And to me, that was something that kind of surprised me. But I'm going to say the tight end room for last. I'll say, you know, when it comes to defense, I just wanted to see guys get out there and be able to move and look like they didn't have any problems playing big boy ball, because you don't see a whole lot in the spring, right? You're playing base defense. You ain't having no, you ain't having no blitzes. You're not having a bunch of slants. You're not doing a whole lot. But I'm gonna say the first team still looked like they were formidable and they looked like they were moving fast. So I was encouraged by that. But let's talk about this tight end room, bro. And just know this. We were just having a conversation about what receiver gonna play the X and what receiver gonna play the Z. It might not be no receivers on the field.
I can see
you might have 3 or 4 tight ends. You might have 3 to 4 tight ends come out there, because if you play DBs, because some of these guys running 4.5s and 4.4s, then you're definitely gonna be mismatched, because we're gonna bring them down into the box. If you bring linebackers out there trying to put them in the box so you can have a little bit of run support, then we can go in a short or in a condensed set and then split out 2 or 3 guys. What are you going to do with this tight end room? Eric Gilbert looks like he eats children. He's a massive looking young man.
And he ain't even all the way in shape yet. He ain't even all the way in shape yet. That's
man,
crazy.
Listen, the tight end room by itself, man, to me, creates such a matchup for the entire country. It'll be surprising for me if they aren't a key focus for the offensive coaches. And I can't think of the offensive coordinator name to save my life right now, but say that again.
Monken.
Yeah, Monken.
Yep.
Listen, Monken has to see the jewels that he has in that room.
Oh, yeah.
But then you got AD still on the line, being able to, be formidable. You got Arian Smith. I mean, we do have a lot of talent, and I'm ready to see what it looks like if we can actually get some balls thrown to these guys in areas where they can catch it and run. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited about this offense.
All right. E-Rob, what you see out of spring, man, it might be different from what we done already said, man.
Well, really, man, I think Thad really hit the nail on the head in terms of what we're going to get out of spring and this and that. We had a lot of injuries during the spring. The great thing is we had like 18 early enrollees. So we have a lot of young guys who got a lot of, getting acclimated to what it is to play, like you say, Thad, big boy ball. So gotta love that. And it was 3 things that I wanted to see coming out of the spring game. I think we all touched on it: the quarterback, wide receiver, and pass rush. Oh, I think the defense is going to be good, but we got to find a way to affect the quarterback. So I didn't really get an answer there for that question. But in terms of the wide receivers, I feel like as a unit, we deep. When you get Blaylock back, you got 11, you got the two freshmen, 5 and 84. I mean, we deep. And those guys are just developing and getting better. You got some older guys there. So I feel like that group with 10, it's just a lot. It's a lot, you know. So really, on offense, it's going to be up to Monkey to be creative and find a way. You have a lot of guys, only one football. How you gonna make this work?
I was wondering.
We got good running back.
I was wondering that too, E-Rob. Like, how we gonna get everybody the ball? Like, not just Monken, like whoever, you know, when Stetson's in there playing quarterback. I mean, you can't focus on one guy and take away the rest of our weapons. So I wonder about how that's gonna go.
I mean, and you think like JV's kind of joking when he said we might be out there with 3 tight ends. Like, dude, you have to do that. When you have this kind of talent, you got to figure a way to find a way to get 3 tight ends on the field at sometimes. Then you got these receivers that can make plays as well. So you got to find a way to mix them and make that work. Then you got running backs. And so, you know, that's going to be interesting to see. And then as far as quarterback, I just think, I don't know if y'all know this, usually the quarterback that starts for Georgia doesn't finish the season as the starting quarterback for Georgia.
That is true. That's true.
Think about that. You know what I'm saying? So I need to see somebody, like you said, I want to see what's behind Stetson. We know what Stetson is, what's behind him, because I don't think he's probably going to finish the season.
So that, to E-Rob's point, that Kirby first year, the guy Grayson Lambert started, and then Eason took over. The next year, Eason started the first game. Jake Fromm took over. Jake Fromm is the only one who has a complete year
back to back. Yep.
Back, you know what I'm saying? Then we had COVID, the 2020 year. We started Dewan Mathis with the Stetson. Last year we went to JT and with the Stetson. So we've been all over the place with quarterback, man, in the first 2 or 3 games.
Well, that's a good call out, E-Rob.
I need to know what's behind the starting quarterback. And I think that question got answered. It made my heart feel good to see Beck out there and look like he knew what he was doing, like he was in command of what we was doing. And I feel good about that. So I'm happy.
So CA, man, we all talk about offense. I think we all feel confidence in the offense, man. But I think E-Rob kind of touched on it a little bit, like, and JV maybe how we gonna generate a pass rush, man? What you see out there defense, if you saw anything, because that pass rush gonna help the coverage too, and we got a lot of young boys back there in that back end.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be heavily based on the few pieces of leadership that we've got coming back. You know, Nolan Smith is going to play a big role in how these young guys continue to develop. Nobody stood out enough for me on that linebacker unit as far as letting me know that they're ready to go ahead and take the mantle as far as supplying that pass rush, being that double-digit sack guy potentially. So I think we need to continue to develop that. I've had some conversations with a couple of guys offline, and, you know, I think the portal is still an option. So a lot of these jobs are still on the line, and I'm sure these players understand that. So I'll be honest, I didn't watch a whole lot because what I do know is whatever we saw might not be what we roll out in the fall. It's still a lot of time, but I do like the fact, the 2 things that I did like, I like the quarterback position. I do think we're much stronger. Everybody knows I'm a big Stetson fan. I know he's not perfect. I'm not expecting him to be, but to have a little bit more depth will help us across the board. And I was concerned about the health at the wide receiver position. So it was encouraging for me because I think the offense is going to be what leads us as we go into the year. I think the offense is going to have to take the forefront as far as making sure that this team is ready and padding these numbers. Because this defense might take a little time to develop. So I'm looking for a pass rush. I'm looking for the same thing, outside linebacker play, somebody to complement Nolan on the other side of the ball. He might be in the building. I just hadn't recognized him yet.
Yeah, and a lot of positivity coming out of the spring ball, especially on the offensive side. But there's one spot on the offense that I'm I guess I ain't overwhelmed with, and that's the guard position. Neither one of the guards look like, like Schaefer, like a Ben Cleveland, it's like, I don't know. And we know, regardless of how many weapons we got on the outside, our offense is predicated on how well we can run that ball. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see on them two guys. I think we had Wilcox and Erickson and what's the other dude name? Xavier Truss. Yeah, none of them hit me as
hey, Coach.
road grades. What's up?
I think we do have an opportunity to be better at one position than we was last year. I think some of the guys maybe touched based on it a little bit last year. I do think at the running back position, we will be overall more explosive and have much better chances to hit bigger plays from the running back position.
I do too. Not to get into it too deep, but what are we thinking? Kenny McIntosh gonna have to sit for some time, or because he wasn't just speeding, he actually hit somebody. They didn't die, but she did have to go to the hospital. So you thinking?
I don't need details.
Yeah, so he got arrested for reckless driving. He's driving 20 miles over the speed limit, no seatbelt. But the bigger thing is he hit a lady and she had lost feeling to her legs and kind of passed out on the scene.
But not under the influence, right?
Nah, not under influence.
No.
So
okay, well, shit.
So I didn't know if that meant that you guys know better than I do if that he'd have to sit for the Oregon game, if Kirby gonna make him run some stadium steps. I don't know how that's gonna go, but
whatever it be should be short and temporary.
Okay. Yeah, but that's more than one game. I'd be surprised. It's the influence that matters.
I got you.
Yeah. The intent, I don't think he went out and purposely did, no doubt.
Right.
Hey guys, real quick, speaking of influence, I got to give a quick shout out. The reason why I'm gonna go ahead and tell you business. I'm gonna tell you why we was at G-Day, but I'm gonna tell you why he didn't see the game. Big shout out to the Bulldog Bourbon Club. Real DGDs. We hung out with them. They love Georgia football. I wanted to give them a shout out because they showed us a lot of love, and that's why we missed most of the G-Day games. But it's all good, whatever. Anyway, okay, back to the regular schedule program.
I got to co-sign that. I got to co-sign that, man. I was haphazardly elected mayor by the Bulldog Bourbon Club because of time spent and relationships made. So I encourage every Bulldog to get a chance to come back around and entangle with these fans a little bit, man. Get your opportunity to take advantage of what you do. Yeah, exactly. So just know that I'll make sure everybody understands what we post up. We got a weekly date, but that's for the fall.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the Bulldog Bourbon Club.
Shout out to the Bulldog Bourbon Club, man. And we touched on defense a little bit. We lost a lot. A lot of those guys are going to be in this upcoming draft, man. So I've seen any amount of number from 3 Bulldogs might go in the first round to about 5 or 6 might go in the first round. What we thinking for Thursday, man? I mean, I think Trayvon is definitely a first rounder. I think Jordan is a first rounder. I think those are the 2 shoe-ins. Nakobe, I think depends on who wants. I think his film says he's a first rounder, but in the NFL it is about the measurables, and he didn't run the 40, none of the times, which got some people talking about his speed. All you gotta do is turn on the tape. But y'all think Nakobe gonna be a first rounder?
I do.
So I mean, I think he's good.
He has the potential. It's all about need and peak. There's a lot of things that go into play with it, but he's definitely first round talent.
Yeah,
y'all can take him. Them Cowboys need to take him. Y'all need a middle linebacker.
Okay, pair him with Michael Parsons.
We got a few needs.
What about Quay Walker? I seen some stuff to say because Quay Walker's test was, his measurables and his test was off the charts. So,
him and Channing.
Yeah, I think Channing's gonna be a third round. Yeah, hopefully high third, but as long as he go in third round, I think that's what he had. I don't think he got as much film as everybody else, other than rushing the passer. But
what about the smear campaign?
The smear campaign from Devontae Wyatt. Yes, I did one. He was my other shoe-in for the first round until they started you know, digging deeper and deeper and deeper. So a lot of this stuff, man, if I'm not mistaken, this is like, you know, 5-6 years stuff old or something like that. Am I wrong on that? The domestic violence stuff?
When he was in high school when he did?
I don't know. I thought so.
No, I thought he was at UGA when they were talking about this.
Well, you know, he had been, he was a super senior last year, wasn't he?
He's been at Georgia
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, true.
So, I think it was like I think he was at Georgia. I think it was like his first year. So I kind of vaguely remember that. Y'all, how far y'all think he gonna slide?
I think he'd probably take a L through the first round. Once
folks say he out there bored.
Yeah, I mean, but it only take one. You know what I mean? He's a talent with that kind of talent. Yeah, I just think somebody go ahead and take a chance with him, who's sat down with him and who ain't scared for it to be a topic of conversation.
I think the best thing that happened was how he performed at the combine. He was very charismatic. He made a lot of relationships that might supersede what just happened. Hopefully, for his sake.
He might have convinced that one. He just need like
exactly because he was one of the. He had a highlight reel coming out of the combine. They were really excited about him interviewing and again, like I said, being so charismatic. So I'm hoping he built the bridge that he gonna need to get past that, because it don't take but one, just like you said.
Guys, do you guys understand that we're saying that our whole defensive line potentially could be going first round? Do y'all understand that we're saying that? Do you understand that what a great recruiting?
And you got a transfer who might go top 10 too.
Yeah, talking about Jermaine.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
but hey, Trayvon been in talks of him and Aiden Hutchinson going #1. Like it's been back and forth saying that Trayvon might go #1 because of his combine performance. Like that's
so we're gonna have a UGA commercial on Thursday, everybody. Let's just be ready. Let's have on our gear.
It don't get
we might need to be ready for that, because I'm tired of them. That other place had plenty of commercials. It's our turn, and the brand will be visible in the first round.
It's one of the greatest recruiting tools you can have.
Can't beat it.
You know what? That's why it's gonna be hard to expect. I know expectations are high and the bar has been set. Yeah. But you had a defense that was really almost, you would think, that was kind of once in a generation according to how they performed and what the numbers said.
Yeah.
So we don't have to lean on that offense more, which is you got the majority of them coming back. You got the quarterback who has another year in the system and who's a super senior as well. So I think CA said earlier, man, the offense is going to have to carry us more. Yeah. I expect for us to be very good on defense, but you can't have those same expectations that you just previously had in terms of production.
I'm with you. Last year, like you say, generational. I think, but it's still Kirby. I think Kirby will keep our defense top 10, top 15. But like you said, I think that offense gonna have to put up points, like have to put up points, not like put up points, because the defense got us in great field position, because we did lead the college in scoring drives, the shortest distance to go in scoring drives last year. I don't think it'll be that serious this year. So our offense gonna have to get
with the stats.
Yeah.
What was Stetson's touchdown to interception ratio? Does anybody know that last
season? He had 29 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
29 and 7?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm saying is I need, that should be a 30 and 5 number this year.
Okay.
That's what Georgia needs.
40, man.
Yeah, okay. I ain't mad at that. Brock might get a couple. Beck might get some snaps. Yeah, I expect improvement. So I'm gonna be hard on him. But we need that improvement. We will need more from him.
So, guys, let me ask you this: playing this, with that being said, and Todd Monken has already shown that he's a genius with this 12 personnel. So what I'm saying is, we're playing that 12 personnel. Once again, we might not have to throw it, but 20 times a game. You know what I'm saying?
But we'll still be scoring, though.
I was about to say, but we have to know that those tight ends are going to be the ones scoring the touchdowns, right? So
exactly.
So I can see an improvement there. Like,
I'm just talking about more ball control. We got a good defense. It's not great like it was last year, but now you can play more ball control. You know what I'm saying? Just really slow it down. You might have to win some. You know what I'm saying? 21-17 game, 21, you know what I'm saying, 12 games.
How about this?
Like
How about this, Thad? Because you just mentioned the running backs are better. I think the explosiveness is going to be in the running game because I don't think they're going to go past what James Cook did in the passing game. But I think there will be more big play runs. There will be. That's where those opportunities are going to come.
I think Kenny McIntosh can. I think McIntosh can match what Cook did. I ain't gonna say he's gonna like exceed it because he also has to deal with the balls going to those tight ends as well.
I don't think he's
gonna get the opportunities.
Okay,
I think so too.
Okay,
I don't think he's gonna get the attempts in the passing game.
I could see that. It's gonna be hard to stop that backfield, man. Kendall Milton did look 100% healthy too, and he is a bowling ball, like coming down.
He runs hard.
Yeah, he do.
He runs real
Branson
hard.
Robinson getting here, man. When we gonna get Branson in some cleats? That's the ball.
He get there in summer. So him and the other guy too. The other guy actually physically, I don't know if he's gonna be, but physically he like legit 6'1", 220, something like that. Andrew Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He on some old Todd Gurley physique. I was just going to say there was Todd Gurley physique type stuff. But he played, we don't know what he's gonna give us. You never know until he get to Athens. I think he played lower level ball in Texas, but physique wise, he looked like he gonna be ready. Now I have seen Branson in person, and physique wise, he looked like he ready right now.
I was about to say.
Like, how sometimes the picture make you look bigger than you is, but nah, when I seen him, I'm like, nah, he that big, okay? So that big.
Hey, so somebody, guys, what's Kenny McIntosh running? Is he because I mean I like his body control, I like the way he catch the ball, I like the way he run, but his speed, is he a 4.5, 4.4 guy?
I think he I think on his best day, I think he 4.4, 4.45, something like that, 4.46.
Yeah, I think
like Cook.
Just like James. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's like a taller, more physical version of James.
I think he's a bigger version of Cook.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's about 200, right? He's 200. 175, 180.
You about 190 maybe at the most.
Yeah, Cook was lying. He was putting on.
No, I'm talking about Kenny McIntosh. Kenny McIntosh about 200, right?
Oh yeah, Kenny McIntosh about 2. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he definitely 2.
Cook by 185.
Yeah, about 180, 185. Okay.
Yeah. I think Cook, when in the run game, Cook a little bit more slippery when you're trying to tackle him, whereas Kenny got a little bit more dead leg.
Run through that.
And he can run through it, you know what I'm saying?
If Kendall Milton can ever stay healthy, boy, he could, oh my goodness, he could be a weapon.
No, ain't nobody gonna want to tackle that dude in the fourth quarter.
No, he get leaning on you, boy.
You're right.
Didn't he run over one of our safeties at G-Day?
Man. Health is the key, man. Health is the key.
Yeah, health is the key, definitely. That's going to be the key on defense, too, because, like I say, we got a lot of talent, but we ain't got a lot of experience. So people start getting hurt, that's not going to be good for us. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So Chris Smith is looking good out there at safety. We don't want him to get hurt. I know we got some talent behind him, but ain't none of that talent got no experience. So we definitely need Chris. We need Nolan Smith. I don't think Nolan Smith gonna be that type of edge rusher like we used to, like a Jermaine Johnson or Aziz, that's gonna like really get it like 10 sacks or more. I think he's just gonna be that hard nosed, never give up on the play.
Good player, man. But that's why I said in one of our chats, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm really hoping to find someone that comes out and be, a better pass rusher than he is. Because I don't want him to have to be our best pass rusher. Yeah, I like what he brings.
Yeah, I think we'll be just as good in the run game, though. We don't have Jordan Davis, but Tyron Ingram Dawkins showed me that that's why I don't know if it was him or if the guard's just not good, but they couldn't block him. So that's the problem with the spring game. I don't know. He was in the backfield every play. So I'm like, maybe he's that good because he was a 5-star. He's waited his turn. This is his 3rd year in Athens. So we'll see.
We just playing one-on-one ball. Again, we playing one-on-one ball in the spring.
Exactly.
Without any game planning. So, to your point, if he in the backfield, You really don't know if our guards are just subpar, if he's really just causing that much hell and havoc. But once you start bringing those A-gap blitzes, and you got a guy who can actually win a one-on-one matchup on the inside, then you start to kind of separate yourself a little bit again, and you have some talent that start to show up on the field. And that talent, along with that game plan, you know, it could be scary again. We just have to wait and see.
Don't be scared. Say it, JV. We can be scared on defense again.
I think we will be scared again. We just ain't gonna be. I don't think we're gonna be Freddy Cougar out there. But if you ain't Freddy Cougar and your offense is still toting the ball a little bit, that's still a good situation for UGA and the Dogs.
We should have a little bit more balance this year, a little bit more of a complementary type of football. Granted, it was great to have, you know, the defense do what they did, but they say you're going to have to depend on a little bit more on the offense. But I think the defense is going to be good too, just not what we were last year.
I think our defense will be like it was in like 2020, 2019. I mean, Kirby always done had a good defense. So, like you said, though, we can't expect them to do 3 goose eggs this year like we did last year, man. Like, that's not happening. Keeping people under 7 points a game. I think it'd be more like people will be in the 14 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Something like 2 scores.
We'll probably see more mistakes. More mistakes as disciplined as we want to be. And just a lot of these guys won't have the film and experience. So you're going to see some mistakes, Bob.
Yeah, we lost a lot of snaps going into that draft. A lot of snaps. So that's going to make a huge difference. But we open up with Oregon, fellas. We're not gonna do no predictions or nothing. But how we feeling about that? Is that a see where we at game, or we already? I mean, the lines say we 15-point favorites. That's what the line is already out. That's what it says. So it's almost like they saying we just gotta go and do it. What we thinking on that?
Man, if we don't line up for 4 tight ends and smash these light pack teams, look. Like that shit, that's not a game that really should threaten us. Listen,
we all feel the same way, JV. That's a statement game. That should be a statement game. That's us showing everybody we for real about what we did last year. We need to just physically impose our will.
I'm with that, CA, because there's a lot of people, you know, fans on social media, like, you know, y'all want hit wonders like LSU. I think that Oregon game is the game to say we ain't LSU, bro. It's different up here in Athens. So I hate to listen. I like Dan Land and all, man, but you have to wear one when you play against the red and black, man.
Sorry. We built our 12 personnel is hell, man. Like, I'm surprised that we just beat up on folk like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's please. And we arguably better equipped now than we were last year to do it offensively.
Offensively, we are. I think like head and shoulders more. You know what I'm saying? Like them tight ends is ridiculous, dog.
Guys, do y'all think that Kirby is gonna have a problem getting this team motivated to understanding that this is a totally different team, totally different year, and nobody's gonna just hand it to you? You think you're gonna have any problem with that?
I don't think so. On defense, we brought back some senior leadership that'll help those young guys. And on offense, a lot of those guys, if nothing else for personal reasons, you know, got to be on that ground. Like, you know, Darnell Washington, we know what he can do, but statistically, as we talked about some stuff off camera, Darnell Washington ain't got the, you know, the stats. I mean, right now he trying to get drafted as a tackle based on his college performance. I mean, he's a great blocker now, so who knows? But like, you know, Eric Gilbert, he had a great freshman year at LSU, but he had a whole year off. He got something to prove. Dominic Blaylock is back. He got something to prove. People, and I think AD Mitchell want to prove that he can do everything George, you know, Pickens did. I mean, I think Aaron Smith hadn't been healthy for a whole season. I think with the running backs, Blaylock, I think with the running backs, Kenny McIntosh and Kendall Milton, they want to show that, hey man, we got talent too, dog. Like we just was sitting behind some guys that had more experience than us. So I think the motivation different. Yeah, I think the motivation on offense gonna be like what y'all say. It's gonna be it's the money year for a lot of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, get out there and do it. So overall, I think it may be a couple of people, you know, riding the high of the national championship, but I don't think it'll be a problem though.
And the guys who came back again, man, they just some extremely high character leaders.
Yeah.
Like, Nolan Smith is a leader. He's not a quiet guy.
No.
They talked about how he's a, in your face. What say? Go ahead, Thad.
What? No, I was just putting it out. I said, well, I don't think the money projected to be like he wanted it to be either. So that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah. 100. But
you didn't
he's
say
one of those,
wrong with him being high character and all that.
No. What I'm saying is, he's one of those guys that calls out teammates and requires teammates to give more. So that matters when then you have a guy who's at the top of the food chain who's always preaching that too. But when you have those on the field guys in conjunction with a head coach like Kirby, that can't do nothing besides, make people respond more.
Yeah.
You can't hide in the position room. Can't hide nowhere no more because these guys have more eyes on practice than any time and period in history. So now I just think that everybody's extremely accountable and you can see it. So now I don't think there is a chance that people can really get caught up in the, limelight of winning the championship, because now it's on to the next one. I think they're preaching that message really consistent.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Kirby got a well-oiled machine up there. Like CA said, I think at the beginning, we trust what he's doing in Athens. I think he'll have him right. And people like Nolan Smith and Chris Smith and William Poole, all them dudes coming back. Even Keely Ringo, this is his third year in the program. So you got people like that on that defense that can, and like Thad said, that's always a motivation. Nolan, he probably didn't get the grade that he wanted. And in this day and age with NIL, it's hey man, it's just better to stay until you can see if you can,
he didn't want to take a pay cut.
Better your draft status.
I saw Nolan Smith F-150, that Raptor boy. He ain't missing no meals up there.
Yeah. So, hey man, in this day,
he said it right. He didn't want to take no pay cut.
Yeah, in this day and age, man, NIL, you gotta believe Amiris Mills. He was looking in the portal until he went to Tallahassee. Was like, no, we're not. Okay, we'll just go back to Athens.
That's cold.
Like, oh no, I thought y'all was really talking. I thought y'all was talking. I guess I'll go back to Athens because
y'all playing games.
Hey man, that's where it's at, man. It's getting harder and harder for these kids that's not 4 and 5 stars coming out of high school because the transfer portal and NIL got these guys hanging around a lot longer.
Wild West. Man.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
Now if you get you a 3rd or 4th round grade, you're like, well, let me play another year, see if I can make 1st, 2nd round. I can get NIL, drive my F-150 around Athens, be the man a little bit longer, and then
why not? Somebody got to do it.
So somebody got to do
it.
I
saw some spam on my social media earlier today, and it said Oklahoma was prepared to pay all their players $50,000 a year. I'm like, man, please don't let it be that cut and dry.
$50,000.
That right there.
I'm coming.
I'll be over there in family house on y'all.
I'm coming.
I'll start my whole family.
You out there trying to get medical red shirts and everything.
Everything. Put this boy through school.
I just need to get out there.
I mean,
there ain't got to be no official.
They the league.
No, I heard that too.
So what's up with Tennessee and the dude? They boosted came up with $8 million.
He get $8 million over his 4 years, 4 or 5, whatever it is at Tennessee. Dog, they doing things different up in Knoxville.
Come on, man. Really?
Over his time in Tennessee, he'll make a total of $8 million.
Quarterback, right?
Yep. That's what I'm saying, dog. NIL, it's a lot. I looked at a lot of these dudes that was talking about coming out, going to the league or whatever. Then they change their mind. I'm like, yeah, like y'all said.
I'm retired after college.
For real?
Yeah, I'm through with it.
I retired at 22, man.
Throwing cleats in the
invest
wrap.
money, man. I got some cash. I just invested.
Hey,
I mean,
you gotta think if they don't put no kind of reins on this, like it's only gonna get more
It's
and more
coming.
money.
Yeah, you better believe something coming, but
that
right now,
regulation coming.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
coming.
Yeah, because there's too many
But
young people making money.
it can't sustain itself.
Huh?
Say what that?
Who's gonna enforce it? Who's gonna?
That's what I'm saying. Like
enforce it?
NCAA really only do like discipline stuff. Like they don't really enforce nothing.
Well,
The
I mean,
Power Five
that's
already saying we don't need you, NCAA.
but that's also why.
So what I'm saying
I think
is,
why. Go ahead.
They gotta get in the league.
Well,
I know where you're going.
what I was saying is, so if they saying so the Power Five don't basically say that's why these conferences are combined, because they basically gonna be done with NCAA for long. But they saying we don't need you, so we gonna get these player money. Then the NCAA come in and say, okay, well we can do the NIL. So now the NCAA gonna say, okay, well now if we try to control how much you're gonna give, man, no.
No, I think it's still gonna be controlled by the conferences themselves.
They got to at least control the transfer. The portals, if they slow the portal down, maybe they can, cut out on you losing some of that bread.
No, coaches in these days, it's already hard enough to recruit. Now you got to recruit with NIL, and you got to recruit with the transfer portal. I'm watching the USC Trojans spring game. They done had so many people hit the portal. Lincoln Riley got 25 scholarships available, so he will be hitting the portal really hard after the spring. I mean, the Dogs, we're gonna lose about 5 or 6 more.
Wait, he got 25 scholarships available?
25. But see, Lincoln cleaned the house. He clean. You know what I'm saying?
Like some of the dudes,
USC. Okay.
Yeah. So some of the dudes left because Clay Helton left, but then when he got there, he cleaned house. Like
some of them folks probably went where they thought they were nowhere. Lincoln like, man, y'all. How many stars you had?
Yeah, exactly. So he only played with 60 scholarship players in his spring game. So I'm like, he's gonna be all in. The portal about to be live, especially the month of May, because I think you have to enter the portal by May 1st. If you ain't in the portal by May 1st, you can't play in the fall. So you at least got to be in the portal by May 1st. So we about to see. Like I say, I think Georgia got 4 more to go before they hit the 85 limit. Kirby's still trying to figure it out.
What's your hate is?
Huh? What'd you say, Thad?
Go ahead, Jeffy.
No, go ahead, Sean.
No, I was just asking do we have a position of need?
Oh no, Kirby trying to get down to 85.
Oh, down to 85.
Yeah, before Owen Condon and Clay Webb had hit the portal, we had 91 scholarship players, so he had to get rid of 6. So I figured it was going to be linemen, because at least majority linemen, because we had 21 linemen at the time. So now Owen is done, Clay is gone, so now we're down to 19 linemen. We was about to be down to 18, but Amaris came back, which means somebody else got to hit that portal. Yeah. So I mean, we had a walk-on hit the portal. the dude there, he actually played.
Man, this ain't amateur sports no more, man. That's a whole lot. Like, this the pro, man. I don't know. Like, if they call it professional, it'd be easy to deal with.
Hey,
you gotta go to class.
Hey, free agency right now.
ACA. That's what I'm telling folks, like, man, we ain't with all that red shirt and stuff no more. Cause folk, man, we can't be holding scholarship, folks. We trying to get you 2, 3 and done and up out of there, because we got to get the next one in.
You right.
No more than I want to hang around, like, back in my day, I want to hang around there, go to school, all
But that's what I was saying about Amaris Mims when he first got in the portal. I'm like, the dude is actually a sophomore now, because he, like you say, Kirby didn't redshirt him last year, and he's still sitting behind Broderick Jones and Warren McClendon, who technically could come back next year unless, they have a good year and then they gone. I don't know.
If you can play special team, ain't no red shirt. It's gone.
It's gone.
We using them all.
That's right. I think unless you got an injury your true freshman year that holds you out of games, that's like Keely Ringo, that's the only way you get redshirted these days, bro. Like you say, you got to get them in and out, man. I think we only can look at 2 years per player these days. It used to get some
That's
people.
at the most.
That's real.
3 years, you get a player that plays 3 years, that's huge. Like, I mean, whether it's transfer portal, sitting behind somebody playing 2 years and then going to the league, whatever it is, like we losing people after they play on the field 2 years now. That's the average lifespan of big time college football. So that's just where it is. And that's why I say I wouldn't want to be no coach in these times. Like you can't just sit around and coach X's and O's. You got to do a whole bunch more, dog. Like I think that's what we've seen in basketball with Jay Wright at Villanova, Coach K, Roy Williams. They like the game is passing me by. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, but they only been doing it 40 years too. But you know,
that's true. That's true. But you know. But it's a lot to deal with, man. Hey, man, it's good to be back, man. Good to be talking some Georgia football, man. We'll see what that portal gonna bring to us, man. Like I said, I don't know. I expect to be some offensive linemen, maybe some. Hey, who knows? Maybe Brett Seether, the tight end. I mean, he like fifth on the depth chart. Oh, listen, I like Brett, man. No, I like Brett, but there's a lot of talent in front of Brett, dog.
Let me ask you guys this before we clock out of here, because you know, anytime when you receive energy, Newton's law is going to always return. You know what I'm saying? So we get all this good energy with the tight end room right now. Yeah. Is that affecting us recruiting, top receivers?
I think it is going to affect us, and definitely you got to see it on the field. Like, if a tight end leads us in receiving again, I think it will affect us, for receivers. But in exchange, we get the top tight ends. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it just depends.
We got more coming. We got more tight ends coming. Lucky Boy coming. And that's another one. I mean, they still coming.
And they already on the top 2024 tight end. He done been to Athens like 4 or 5 times. So, and like you said, I think it's a give and take. You know what I mean? I think we'll still get quality receivers, but like getting the George Pickens.
That's a good question, Dad. That's a good question.
I mean, just think about it. If you like, that'd be a hard sell, wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying? If I'm a George Pickens type.
I think.
I hear you. Go ahead, CA.
I think he done hit the hole.
Yeah. He was getting further and further. But I think we're saying the quarterback.
Somebody thinking the quarterback. Yeah.
I think it definitely depends on that. If we somehow pull off Arch Manning, I think, that'll help with 2023 or 2024 wide receivers. But you still, at the end of the day, man, they still got to see it on the field. I mean,
because even if we get the receivers and we still running 12, you know what I mean? Because
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Weeping all of a sudden go, well, I don't know, maybe it might have something to do with personnel. Maybe if he get a Eli, not Eli, but an Archie or whatever, one of the names, maybe he'll want to open it up and spread it out more. So
man, we done been saying for 6 years with Kirby.
We'll see. To that, I'm interested to see what he do with Todd Monken still as our coordinator, if he is, and we don't have Stetson. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got an Arch, would you open it up more?
I would, but he gonna run it. I'm just letting you know.
So is Arch is like a spread style quarterback? I mean, what is he?
Nah, he's more like he kind of like I think he's a lesser version of Trevor Lawrence. I don't think
he was trying to say something. I heard him.
He said he said he's a Manning. So he like pro style. He like pro style. Yeah. So you can't really get a good gauge on. Honestly, he runs the ball a lot in high school, but he don't play a high level classification.
Is he an under the center kind of guy? Or he's
they ain't spread. He's
nah, they don't.
They're taking him out the shotgun.
Yeah, I about to say Kirby will take him out the shotgun.
So he's Jake Fromm type-ish.
With a better arm. Well, he's more athletic than Jake Fromm.
Okay.
Let's just say this. So if you
Aaron Murray-ish.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
He like a tall Aaron Murray, because in high school, Aaron was like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good comparison, that. So like I say, he ain't Trevor, but I'll take Aaron too. You know what I'm saying? Aaron was good for us. So
that's saying a lot.
yeah. Anybody else got
need to
anything?
spread it out.
That's what I think. But like Ebron say, he gonna run that thing.
He's gonna run the ball. You know that.
That's what he do.
We had 27 wide receivers, 22 tight ends. We running that damn ball. Know that. That's what we do.
Hey, so improving though.
Hey,
definitely is.
That dude always got us in New Year's 6 and in the playoffs, dog. Do whatever you do, man.
I don't care as long as you winning.
Hey, do whatever you do until it ain't working.
Then we're gonna talk about it.
Then we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it anyway.
Do that.
It's called nitpicking.
Yeah. Hey, you have to have something to talk about right there. Even when we go, you know what I'm saying, undefeated in the regular season, we got to have something to talk about. So with that said, man,
in the regular season, well, I'm happy about that. That feels good, man.
And then there's a good chance we do that again this year. So, I mean, like when you look at this, when you look at the schedule, man, game by game, there's nobody that's more talented than us. There's only one team I think that even got enough offense to even put up, to be able to possibly put up points, and that's Tennessee.
That's Tennessee.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Florida got enough offense to keep up. I don't think, Kentucky's going to be hard-nosed, but they ain't got enough offense to keep up. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to keep up with the offense, regardless of what our defense, I mean, we ain't going to be no Big 12 defense out there, then. So, trying to.
No.
So,
I see closer games, but I don't see.
I see
anything can happen, but I don't see any losses on the schedule. Not on the regular season.
Not on the regular season.
Closer games.
I'm with you there. I'm with you. Unless we have a rash of injuries, and we'll be doing our week by week previews, and then we'll be able to figure that out. But as of right now, I don't see no games in the regular season we shouldn't win.
But we could have a surprise team this year. You never know.
Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen, but
right now, bounce back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it'll unfold itself during the season. We'll see. So
like a fitted sheet.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else before we close this thing out?
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. There it is. End of the show for my boy JB, Thad, E-Rob, CA, and our homies missing the action. Cool Cal and C-Rob, man. This has been the Fan Addict Inside Locker Room. We out of here.
OG, we talking sports, so I call what I see. I love the fans like they part of my team. Yeah, part of my team. I love the fans like they part of my team. Yeah, part of my team.